Discrimination is never okay. Indigenous people in BC face a lot of discrimination, from racist bullying at work, to racial profiling at the mall, to poor treatment at the hospital, and so many other examples. Discrimination against Indigenous people happens far too often in our communities. There is something we can do to hold people, businesses, and other organizations accountable for discrimination using the BC Human Rights Code. The BC Human Rights Code prohibits discrimination in 3 main areas of daily life: our workplaces, our tenancies, and in our access to services like stores, gyms, hospitals, and schools. The Human Rights Code says it's wrong to treat people differently in these areas because of their protected characteristics. Protected characteristics are the parts of our identity that are protected by the law from discrimination. Our protected characteristics include our race, ancestry, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, marital or family status, and religion. Sex discrimination is prohibited too, meaning we can't be sexually harassed or treated badly because we're pregnant or breastfeeding. At work, these protections mean that employers can't treat Indigenous people worse than other workers. They must protect you from racist treatment by coworkers. They shouldn't single you out for suspicion or discipline because you are Indigenous, and they must treat you fairly, just like every other worker. The Human Rights Code protects us from discrimination by landlords, too. A landlord can't evict you or refuse to rent to you because you're Indigenous. If another tenant is acting in a racist way towards you, your landlord has a duty to take action to put an end to the behavior. We also have a right to be treated fairly without discrimination when accessing services. Service providers like doctors and nurses, police officers, school administrators, and business owners must not treat people differently because of their race or color. People should never be singled out and treated badly because of any of their protected characteristics. In part 2 of this video series, we'll explore more examples of discrimination. In part 3, we'll talk about what you can do if discrimination happens to you or someone you care about. The BC Human Rights Clinic helps people with human rights complaints about discrimination. If you're looking for legal advice or even just some basic information about your rights, call us to see how we can help. If you're Indigenous, you can request to speak directly with an Indigenous legal advocate. You can also visit our website to learn more about your human rights.